Another beautiful day in paradise here. Ryan is leaving me to go to a place called Tombstone. Bye, Ryan. All right, you know what time it is. Time for wings? No, Alex. Coffee. It's time for coffee. Wings? Coffee. Hello, how are you? Awesome. Can I just get in? I just spent 4 hours in that Starbucks, finishing a video, waiting for it to upload. It uploaded after 2.5 hours of waiting, and then I realized I clipped the audio in it. So I gotta re-upload it, meaning I'm gonna go try to find a library to get better internet. Did not expect to be here this long today, but also it's very stormy, and I don't really wanna take this road when it's super wet, so stay tuned for the rest of the evening in terms of we're either getting on the road or I'm waiting till tomorrow. But for now, you know me, just charging up over here. Tennessee, let's get it. That's what I like to see. Look at that guy. All right, taking the laptop in. Wish me luck on this internet upload speed. Come on, 10-minute upload, let's do it. Hell yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right, well, that upload took about 4 minutes. Once again, public libraries usually have pretty insane internet. Download was kind of meh, probably because there's a lot of people there. But that's the thing, no one's using upload. So 4-minute upload on what took 2.5 hours in Starbucks. Should have just come here. All right, time to get food. Where the heck do I get in? That's great. All right, we'll take a shot. All right, so while I was eating, I've been checking the weather to try to see if I should leave tonight. It ended up being a little later in the day just because of the problems I had uploading, the amount of stuff I got done, that I wanted to leave a little bit earlier, but I think it was a good thing because judging by the weather announcement that I just read, it's saying that the weather here is going to be similar to last night, which was pretty crazy hail and flooding in certain areas. And most of the road that we're going to be driving on is all dirt and gravel. It is 450 miles if we go the whole way. So to Coldfoot, it is 250 miles. To the pass that I want to go to, it's 350 miles. And then we might end up going all the way to Prudhoe Bay so that I can dip my toes in the Arctic Ocean. Not entirely sure yet. I know that I at least want to go the 350 mile mark, but the only gas, the only place, the only service is in Coldfoot. So I have to get 250 miles, be able to get gas there, and then go another 200 miles to get to Prudhoe Bay if that's where we end up going. But I don't want to do all of that while it's thunderstorming. A little bit of rain isn't the worst for that gravel road. It keeps the dust down and stuff like that. But a lot of rain can cause mud and loss of traction and just those kind of things. And I would have to take it slower, or I could get stranded out there and there's no cell service or anything. So it's looking like I might have to leave tomorrow. Something that might be completely obvious to you, or it might not be, is that I really don't get a lot of time to myself making these daily videos. The days where I don't end up filming, I'm still editing or thinking about videos and just always working and thinking about making these, or what I'm gonna do next, or how I'm gonna do it. And just getting outside of that headspace can be very difficult. I actually downloaded a bunch of videos, a bunch of movies for this trip up here so that when I didn't have service and stuff, I could watch them. And I haven't watched a single thing. I haven't played a single game. I really have done nothing but take photos, edit them, and make these videos. That is what I've done every day for almost a month straight. And I'm absolutely loving it, but sometimes I definitely need to disconnect. So I sat at that Starbucks and I just took that time to myself. Somehow I still ended up working. My plan was to just go through my images and figure out what images I wanted to submit to the natural landscape photography contest. The caveat to that contest is that you have to submit at least 6 images. And I was actually not planning on submitting to the contest because of that. I didn't think I had 6 images that were strong enough, that I thought were strong enough to submit to have a chance at anything. But I decided that maybe after a few of the images I've taken here in Alaska, that I could scrounge around 6 images that I thought were strong enough. And at the end of the day, it ends up supporting a good contest that I want to support, that I know is involved with friends of mine, peers, and stuff like that. So I decided to just try to sit down and find 6 of those images. Technically, you could consider that work, but it's really nice to just go through and narrow down those things and think about which ones might be best. And it's also a good reflective thing to look back at your work. I know being so busy all the time and focusing so much on tomorrow or the images that I'm taking right now, I forget about all of the things that I've done in the last couple months alone. I mean, there's so many images I haven't even touched yet because I haven't had the time to sit down with them. Like this one that I'll put on the screen of a waterfall that actually Ryan and I took together months ago that I haven't had time to edit. So it's one of those things where it's nice to go back and think about those things and think about your photos that way. Now, what ended up happening is I got sidetracked and I started being like, maybe I should start exporting the images for my 2023 calendar. So long story short is I've now gone through and also figured out what I think are going to be the images for my 2023 calendar. So be on the lookout for that as soon as I can get it created and up online. That should be out in the next couple weeks if you're interested in that. But yeah, so somehow I ended up taking the evening to myself and still working. But it felt nice. It felt like I got to detract from thinking about anything video related or editing related and just think about some of my photos. Anyways, tomorrow we are going to go to the Arctic Ocean, I think. It's going to take more than a day to get there. I haven't decided if I'm going to go the full distance because of weather, my tires. The road is 450 miles, but it's a solid 12 hours up and 12 hours back down. I would have no service the entire time, so I would finally get to watch some of those downloaded videos, but I don't necessarily know how far I'm going to go yet. You'll have to stay tuned for that. I do actually think I'm going to end the episode here. I think there was enough in this to just keep it short and sweet, and then we'll just start the adventure tomorrow since we got sidetracked with all of the rain and the weather here, so we didn't leave today. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, if you liked the video, you can like it, and if you loved it, consider subscribing, and yeah, maybe I'll put some of the images on the screen at the end of this video that I'm mulling over for the calendar if you're into that. Yeah, so let me know what you think about those if you stick around for that. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. Later.